Yo, what up, my Shadow Armies? It is I, Shadow Critias, back again with another RWBY and versus matchup videos. So yes, today I'm doing a matchup that I really want to do. I had this matchup in my head recently, and I never got around to it because I was planning to do it about a few months ago, but I lost interest in it, so I decided to go ahead and do this matchup now. And that is Lyren, one of the members of Team Juniper, versus Blake Belladonna, of the member of Team RWBY. And I'm not gonna get into the backstory, etc. Because if you guys watch the show and the series, you guys know their origin, their backstory, something like that. And I'm just gonna give my thoughts and my opinion about who I believe will actually win against this matchup. And also, I will give you guys the research that I found of their powers, abilities, their weapons, their semblance, that stuff. And then I will get to my thoughts about who I would believe would actually win against the fight between these two characters. If you guys love both of these characters, and if you believe one of these characters will win, let me know in the comment section down below. This is my personal opinion about who I believe actually will win. If you guys believe one of these characters would win, let me know in the comment section down below. Again, this is your personal opinion, and this is mine. So with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get into the combatants.
Powers and abilities. Ren is a very capable fighter and can hold his own against creatures of Grimm, such as a King Taijutsu. He demonstrates peak physical ability, being able to do various acrobatics. He can also move and react with impressive speed. Ren appears to be proficient in martial arts, using palm thrusts and various combat stances when fighting the King Taijutsu. His combat skills were also seen in Best Day Ever, during a food fight with Team RWBY, where he briefly held his ground against Yang Xiaolong, although he was quickly bested by her. Ren appears to have a high degree of control over his aura. When fighting in the Emerald Forest, he first uses it defensively by forming a shield against the attack of a King Taijutsu. After tearing its fangs off, Ren uses his aura offensively by blasting the Black King Taijutsu's fang through its own eye, blowing its head to pieces. Despite this, he still has a limited amount of stamina. Ren is shown collapsing after he, and the rest of JNPR, defeat the Death Stalker during Players and Pieces. His average endurance is also seen after he defeats the King Taijutsu as he catches his breath. This could be due to his heavy usage of aura, which is needed to fight as shown in Jaundice. However, his lack of endurance is shown once again in Best Day Ever, where Yang defeats him in very few blows. He also has some form of extrasensory perception, as shown when he knows Tyrion Close is approaching Team RNJR in the episode Tipping Point. Weapons. Along with his physical abilities, Ren can also skillfully wield his weapons, Stormflower, and effectively uses them for both ranged and melee combat. As of the next step, he can even use his weapons as boomerangs by throwing them as he did with one during the battle against a Geist. Ren also carries a dagger that originally belonged to his late father, Li Ren. The blade of the weapon is similar in shape to the blades of his Stormflower. As seen in No Safe Haven, the dagger itself is strong enough to easily sever the limbs of a Knuckleheavy, whereas the weapons of Team RNJR could not, even after repeated attacks. The dagger itself can also be thrown in an arcing loop. When everyone gained upgrades and new outfits in Atlas, Ren started carrying the dagger in a scabbard on his shoulder. Semblance. Ren's semblance, tranquility, masks negative emotions, which aids him in avoiding detection by Grimm, as demonstrated the night Kuroyuri was attacked. He can extend the effect of his semblance to other people, as well as vehicles containing people. When his semblance activates, the affected person's colors become temporarily desaturated. Powers and abilities. Blake shows high agility, speed, and endurance, as shown when fighting multiple enemies yet maintaining motion and energy without fatigue. She also exhibits a high level of skill when handling Gamble Shroud. She can slash away at opponents with startling speed and deflect incoming machine gun fire using her blade. Blake also possesses remarkable reflexes, as she is able to dodge a nearly point-blank strike from Adam by using her semblance. She is also capable of jumping large distances, leaping from building to building and even on moving cars, as seen in Painting the Town. As a Faunus, Blake possesses the ability of night vision, granting her the ability to see proficiently in the dark, as is shown after shooting out the power during the White Fang faction meeting, using the dark as a means for her and son to escape from Roman Torchwick and the White Fang. Weapon. Blake's weapon of choice is Gamble's Shroud, a sword that has 3 forms. When sheathed, the weapon is able to slice opponents in two with its cleaver-like cover. However, when unsheathed, Blake is able to use both a sword and sheath in tandem against her opponents. It can also transform into a gun. Gamble's Shroud was destroyed in combat against Adam in The Lady in the Shoe, the blade being cut horizontally in half by Wilt, and later received an upgrade in Atlas. Using the black ribbon that extends off the weapon's grip, Blake can convert Gamble's Shroud into a kusarigama, a grappling hook to swing herself or her friends, or ensnare or tangle her opponents. Semblance. Blake's semblance, shadow, allows her to create shadow clones of herself. These clones push her in the direction of her choosing and can be used to trick and disorient opponents. Blake can use dust to give her clones additional abilities, such as creating a fiery explosion or freezing an opponent's weapon in place.
So this fight will be very interesting match. Both of them are incredibly fast, but Blake is more faster endurance than Ren, because Ren is a human and Blake is a faunus. And plus, for powers and abilities, it's kind of like a tie for me to choose. But the weapon choice, I had to give this to Blake, because she has like 3 weapons in one. Like, she has a gun, she can wield her sword, and also the handle as a dual wielding, and also she could use her gun blade as a grappling hook. Plus, she could use dust. Actually, Ren only has two weapons, because he has 2 twin pistol with a knife, and also that old dagger. So that makes 2 or 3. I don't know. But and also both of them could go far distance and close range fight, because they both kind of do similar to that. But in the hand-to-hand combat, I had to give this to the hand-to-hand combat is a tie between these 2 characters. They're evenly matched. But the semblance, on the other hand, I have to give this Blake, because Ren's semblance is to turn your body shades of gray, so pretty much hide your fear from the grim. You know what I mean? If you guys saw the show, you guys don't want to talk about it. So I don't see that how it could work for against Blake. And plus, he could tell if Blake's planning to, when the research that I just got up about Ren, when he knew that can't speak shit, Tyrion comes to attack from the far distance, so pretty much he could tell Blake is coming to attack from behind him, or in front of him, on his left side, or the right side. It depends whatever she's planning to attack. You know what I mean? And plus, Blake will have the advantage for her simply because she can make shadow clones to make her opponents confused. And yeah, she could use her dust, fuse her dust with her own semblance to any like ice or flame to make an explosion or something like that. Like she did to Roman Tortrick, and use her explosion on other opponent. I don't remember what it was. And so if Ren gets, one of his weapons froze by Blake's semblance dust, Blake would win this matchup. But this fight will be very interesting. It will be a tie though. But for the endurance and the abilities, I had to give that to Blake. Hand to hand, and the weaponry is the tie between Blake and Ren. And also semblance, I had to give that to Blake. So this matchup is almost kind of like a tie, but not even close, because Blake is a faunus, and Blake's semblance is involved fighting, but Ren's semblance is not. And also, there are powers that actually could block abilities, so that also a tie as well. So, in my personal opinion, the winner of this matchup is Blake Belladonna. So yeah, guys, this is just my personal opinion about who I believe actually would win. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you think Ren should have won this matchup, or you guys agree that Blake should actually won this fight? Or actually won this matchup. I forget what I was going to say. But this is my personal opinion who I believe will win. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to my GoFundMe page will also be down below the description button. You guys know the drill about the donation and support, etc. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Kneel before Shadow Critias. I'll see you guys later.